this channel of Fish Talk TV. Guys, love y'all. All right, so welcome to my day ones, twos, threes, fours, and five, so on and so forth. I hope you guys are doing fine and well. And the U.S. Copyright Act, Sections 107 and 108, will be in the description box, and the fair use and library of archive, reproduction, all that will be there. Okay. All right. Now, everything here will be alleged, and it is alleged, and for entertainment and educational purposes only. Okay? Don't believe this crazy channel. Okay? We just pick up and read energies, or we think we do, which is why we say alleged. None of this has been proven to be factual. I hope you guys are doing well. You are blessed and highly favored. And come on over here where we love you all the way down. Please like, share, and subscribe and comment if you want to. Please be respectful because, again, we just read energies, and energies are subject to change, and prophecy and psychic revelations are conditional. All right. When we see or think we see, at least we know what to pray for, what to pray against. All right. All right. So, without any further ado, if you haven't seen it in the description box, we're going to be talking about Blue Ivy Carter, and we're going to jump right in. And we have some other messages for you guys as well. I have had this for a couple of weeks, so we're going to jump and dive right in. Okay, so I do see a lot of good things happening for Blue Ivy Carter. Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, a symbol of a cornucopia came up in my vision, which represents a horn of plenty. It symbolizes abundance, nourishment, prosperity, and a bountiful harvest. So I think that's a good sign. I think that means that she's going to be very abundant and very successful. Okay, because I do see a lot of good things happening for Blue Ivy Carter. However, I also see the threat of some sort of destiny swap or soul swap in regards to her. Not that that can happen to her. However, maybe, and hopefully it's not something that will partially happen. Um, like going in and out of one's soul. I don't know if that's even possible. Some things I see, I don't necessarily understand them all, but it doesn't mean I don't see them or the threat of them. But something about that may be partially happening, and hopefully that will be something that does not happen at all. Yeah, but if it could ever happen wherein a person is going in and out of their soul, or they're there partially or part of the time, I don't even know if that's possible for somebody to be taken over partially by a host of some sort. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't even know if that's possible, but I was getting something on that lines. Everything that I get, I don't necessarily understand, y'all. Yeah. I kept on not wanting to even take that note down. I kept on rejecting it and not even wanting to accept it, but I can't help because I did pull that energy because I did. Okay. I don't like the negative stuff. I don't like it at all. Like I said, I didn't want to accept that. But a threat does not make something come to pass. It doesn't even make it true, but it gives us something to pray against. It gives us something to bind against. So a threat doesn't have to happen. Okay. Again, a threat or something that we foresee does not necessarily have to happen. Okay. It's just the energy. It's just a possibility. And yeah, and everything here is a legend for entertainment purposes only. Again, warning, comes before destruction, and warnings come so that we can make detours, make prayers, and make changes. Okay. All prophecy is conditional, and energies can change and shift. Let's keep it moving. I also saw Blue Ivy as coming back to fix things. She may be reincarnated, y'all, because there's a ruler type energy on her, and it was kind of like she comes back. Okay. I also got something about securing the bag, protecting the legacy, protecting the brand. So she may be again, I'm gonna say it again, reincarnated, and coming back in this day and age, in this karmic life cycle of events to fix things. Okay, something about her fixing things, felt that very strongly. Also, her to cure the bag, protect the legacy, protect the brand. Also, see her being skilled in the arts of ancient mysticism. So, I think that she'll be taught the ways of that. Okay, she will be able to secure things also for her parents. um, I also feel like she will be a queen within her own right. She's been called upon to fulfill a predestined type karma. Everything is by design. None of this is by chance. Okay, even her existence. All right. Not only will she be building her own brand, but I see her being able to secure her parents' brand, protecting the family legacy, because if they need to shift money towards her brand, that would be a good thing. Okay. That would be a way to protect money. Okay. I did get that. I did pick up also brand ambassador of some sort, brand ambassador. Okay. But she will be securing her parents' brand also. I was getting protecting the family legacy. Legally, husbands and wives are more liable legally for one another's issues, okay? Sometimes, not all of the time. So, if a person's estate is at risk, sometimes they can make the spouse have to pay legally. The spouse would be liable, okay, in certain cases with legal judgments involved. But even if that's not the case, funds can still be moved, to the brand of Blue Ivy. So that's another advantage with her brand. Okay. So I also, as far as brand ambassador, that of course, as you know, is an individual who represents and promotes a brand. Um, so I feel like she'll be doing that for her own brand and possibly promoting other brands. Okay, maybe she'll get brand deals. Okay, but a brand ambassador embodies the values and the personality to increase awareness and trust in sales. Okay, of the brand. Okay, so it's about sales. So I did pick up on brand ambassador. Okay, but she will be also, like I said, securing her parents' brand. Okay, maybe they can do some things through her brand. All right. Now, also, um, let's just say that they need to hide or mask something or some things financially. Maybe, people may want or need to be clever. Okay. If they need to transfer some money over to Blue Ivy's brand as an entity, they would be able to do that. That would be a wise thing, right? If they chose to go that route. Okay. Now, I do see acting for her as well as other things. Okay. Also, what kept coming up in the reading was modeling for her. Also, I did pick up some type of event. Okay. In the future, she's going to be involved in some type of event, and it's something about her walk. I don't know if she's going to be doing like a runway walk or something, but in this vision, people were focusing on her walk. Okay. I was able to see that, and they were saying that she walks like or reminds people of or something of someone else. Okay. It was something about her persona or something. I don't know if it was her walk. I don't know what it was, but she was reminding people of someone else. If you catch my drift, that is who, if y'all can read, because I'm not going to say it. Okay, but she was reminding people of this person. I don't know if it was something about her walk, her persona, but people were looking and they were pointing at her and they were in this vision I had, like comparing her to this individual. Okay, all right. And I don't know if it's a red carpet moment. I don't know if it was modeling or if she was just there. Okay, but people were just, I don't know. They were just definitely talking about it a lot. Okay. And also, I don't know if there's a risk of DNA leaking or testing without permission or without parents' knowledge, or I don't know. But there could be a fear of disclosure and a possibility of blackmail, or even if not, I was getting that this individual or entity would be told to, you better not leak this out. You better not ever. Like I was getting a warning. So maybe the parents could be warning someone. I don't know. But something is locked away. But how long, y'all, do y'all think that this can be concealed? We're living in, breathing proof. DNA, we're walking around as living and breathing proof of the untold and the unsaid. Okay, I don't know, y'all, but you don't ever have to believe this crazy alleged channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this channel. Yeah, you guys don't ever have to believe anything. Everything here is alleged, okay? Also, the card that was pulled that coincides with this was reading up, doing the research, and learning more and gaining insight by the public, okay? Let's keep it moving. Now, did Jay-Z like her more than he was supposed to? I think I'm kind of getting that. That's really what I was kind of getting. Lines were breached. Was she the boundary that was breached? Okay. Was it that he could not trust his own boundary? Okay. That he set or that he agreed to? But she's coming up like a soulmate type energy. And it was very much reciprocal. I feel like he looks back in retrospect, like coulda, woulda, should have, maybe we should have been or what should have been. But I believe he had or has a contract with B, but his feelings overrode that and it wasn't intended. Okay. And he knows that he shouldn't have, but it is what it is. And sometimes, things happen that we really have no control of. All right. All right. And I also feel that Blue Ivy reminds him of her. Okay. I think he sees Blue in her own light, but she still reminds him of her. Okay. But she's being raised to be someone else's. I think the bond that Blue has with her father, there is a bond or some type of linkage that is stronger allegedly than the mother-daughter bond. And I think that whatever this is, there's this aura or there's this energy around Blue that reminds, Jay-Z of someone that was near and dear to him, if you know what I mean. And I feel like B feels this. I feel like she senses this connection also and is threatened by it and maybe a little bit disturbed and resentful towards Blue because of it. And maybe there's a disconnect, between them two, because of her mental state going in and out. I don't know. I just get that she kind of goes in and out of being like connected to the people around her, being connected to what I'm trying to say is the immediate family. And I think that because of that, it's blocking her bonding with her immediate family during like regular home life, everyday home life situations. And maybe it even blocked her motherhood experience, in general. And everything here is alleged. And that's very unfortunate, but it happens, okay, to the best of us, okay? There is also karma, all right? And this is for not just B, but this is towards Jay-Z, okay, towards the parents. Did you steal the legacy and now you have to live with the wedge of someone stole something? There's a wedge, there's a disconnect. I see Blue not only building her own brand, also, but in some way being used to secure her family's legacy. I said it before, because they can put things and shift things into her brand, and it can really literally be more protected from parents' legalities, even if that doesn't happen. But the fact that it could come up down the line, like I said before, if they can't shield from one another, the possibility of the threat of that, because sometimes spouses are responsible for whatever debt that the parents may incur. Who knows what could happen down the line. Okay, I don't know. But I feel like that's why they're setting her up for success, and that's why it's very much important. Okay, they're making really bold moves for her, and that's a good thing. The sky's the limit for her. Again, I saw her as with this cornucopia. Okay, image, that was just a symbol that I saw to represent her. The sky's the limit for her, literally. I see her as a great ruler, possibly in times past. She comes up with this rulership type energy and fighting for a throne, though, type energy. I don't know if that's a past connection type thing, but she was literally like fighting for her throne. I don't know if she had to fight for her throne in a past life of some sort. Also, I think she's super smart. I believe she catches on very easily. I also think that she has a very much great bond with her other family members also. I think she has a very good bond with her grandmother as well. Her grandmother actually stayed with her, Miss Tina Knowles. That's all I can say. But there's a special place that she has in her heart for Blue. She's very much fond of her. She looks at her in this admirable type way. I did hear her energetically say everything that I prayed for. I believe that she feels that she birthed certain aspects of her, or she manifested certain aspects of her granddaughter. Okay. She was meticulous about her wishes and hopes in regards to just Blue Ivy's existence. Okay. And I'm not saying that she don't love her daughter, D, but I did hear her in the spirit realm say that Blue is everything that so and so wasn't. Okay, something about Blue is the epitome of every missing gap. Okay, hell, I'm glad my kids fill in my gaps. This is a blessing for me. I want my children to surpass me. Okay, in a lot of ways they will and they should. All right. Also got this wise beyond years type thing about her. There's a gift that came here in this dispensation of this earth and this karmic life cycle with her. It's included in her life force package. It is included in her makeup. It is included in her DNA. She contains some type of ancient wisdom. Okay. It's a gift. Also, what I got on her is a gift of understanding. A gift of wisdom and understanding is a gift. Everyone don't have that, okay? Something about her being very much wise beyond her years, that is a gift, okay? I see her not only building her own brand, but in some way being able to secure her family's legacy. I've said it before, because again, they can put things and shift things into her brand, and it could be more protected from her parents' legalities that could come in the future, or the threat of that, okay? And then I also see again the sky's the limit for her. Okay, now let's keep it going. Yeah, there's strong entrepreneurship on her. I see acting for her for Blue Ivy. I see her doing voiceovers. There was something that came up about Disney and maybe even Marvel Studios or Marvel movies type roles or both. Okay. Now, until this reading, I did not know that Marvel Studios is a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Studios that produces films and series set within the shared Marvel Cinematic Universe MCU, including the Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Captain America franchises. So go Blue. She got a very great reading. Marvel is any movie featuring a Marvel character, okay? Therefore, all Marvel Studios movies are Marvel movies, but not all Marvel movies were made by Marvel Studios. So that's the distinction between the Marvel Cinematic Universe MCU and the non-MCU films based on Marvel Comics characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and Wolverine, Thor, and the Hulk. But there also may be something down the line for her, like a Disney princess movie deal. So she's gonna be big time, y'all. She could go in any three of those avenues. That's what I saw for her, y'all, for real. Also, I was getting Blue Ivy design. Something about her being a fashionista, something about development of brands, branding, brand ambassador, dance studio, cover girl model, handbags, even, or something about custom made handbags. So the sky's the limit again. Also, I saw in the vision these boxes, and it was like hair, like hair that you buy, and a rubber band that was tied, around the hair, and it was hair in a box. And I believe it went out with a shipment. Okay, it was mailed to the person as a shipment. Um, yeah, and then I saw something about like mom inspired, some kind of way. It was gonna have a link or a statement, maybe a little. You know how they might put a little piece of paper, what I'm trying to say, a little note in there or something really cute that says "and mom inspired," something like that with a linkage to Beyonce, okay, on the box, some kind of way, or maybe on the box, like you open it and you see that, written on the box. So something like that, kind of a brand theme logo type. or something stamped in there just to remind people, hey, this is my daughter. Yeah, but something like mom inspired, mother daughter moment, something like that, on the box. Or just maybe this was a theme for her line or her brand or something. I don't know. If it's going to be part of a logo, welcome y'all. Or just a statement put onto the box or something like that, but it was in the box of the hair. Okay. So that was very cute. What else? Now, listen, it ain't so much as to what Blue Ivy is going to do or what she's going to accomplish, more or less. It's what will she not do is the question because the sky's the limit for her. Again, she will be used to assist her parents in legal dramas or fears of collapses. So I feel like that is the big thing with her, like shifting everything to her if need be. Shifting, yeah, all right. Um, if they can push money into Blue's brand and it will be bypassed from liability of future impending legalities that the husband or the wife or her parents could or would be indebted to if anything legally were impeded upon her parents' income in the future, allegedly. So if they had to pay out anything, Blue would not be responsible for it. Okay. So in that case, money can be shifted and protected under the Blue brand, allegedly passing torches for the next generation of wealth bringers. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna do that. I see her dedicated. I see her putting in hard work. And the public is going to receive her. She can explore an entirely different arena. Yes, she can and be successful in it. She has the ability. It is coded in her. Okay, in her existence. Okay. There's a lot of different possibilities for her. So yeah, she can explore an entirely different arena. What I mean is it might be different than singing and dancing and things that her parents do. I see her with she's gonna have the ability to do that, do it well, and be successful in it. Okay. And people again are going to applaud her. The public is going to receive her. I see different possibilities for her. There's also, again, I think I said this before, a past life connection, I believe, to Jay Z, and I don't know what it is. And I don't know. One minute I thought it was on like maybe the paternal side, but then I felt like it was on the maternal side. But there's a past life connection to Jay Z, and I don't know what it is, or maybe they done been connected before, put it like that. But maybe there's something in his lineage that she's connected to, or they're connected to each other. Okay. I also see her as a strong presence, uh, like a strong presence in their family. Okay. As a matriarch. I see also, y'all, please don't take this the wrong way. I see the roles being reversed, so it's like a shift of leadership. She will become the matriarch. Okay, I believe, yeah, like a role reversal of some sort in certain aspects. I keep seeing her as a parent, and I know she's not, but I keep seeing her. I don't know. Um, but some forms of parental leadership or responsibility, or maybe even emotionally, she will take the lead in. Okay. It's free to like. If y'all stop by, please like this video. Securing the brand, securing the bag, protecting the legacy, protecting the brand. I also see her being skilled in the arts and ancient mysticism. So I think that she will be taught the ways. She will be able to secure things for her parents. She's a queen within her own right to fulfill a predestined purpose, a predestined design. I was getting none of this is by chance. She also knows that there's something bothering her mother. She knows Spirit is acknowledging she knows that mom is not well. Okay, and I say that very respectfully, and I'm talking about emotionally. She just knows that her mom is carrying burdens. Okay. I don't know if there's been some type of avoidance, allegedly, when it comes to parenting or the entire connection. But I did channel this. I gave what I could. I gave what I could. Okay. Emotionally, people just do what they can with whatever they're going through, you know. But yeah, I gave what I could that came out, whatever that means. Now, Now, this is a legend and for entertainment purposes only. All right. Now, as far as Michael Jackson was channeled in this reading, so with MJ, I got the sense that B tried to summons him. She tried to summons MJ or channel him. And she does tend to try to pull on his energy from time to time. She presents these offerings. Everything here is alleged only, and none of this is proven. This is all energy. You don't have to respect it or believe it. Um, and that's the disclaimer, okay? You don't have to believe this crazy channel. We're not stating facts over here. We're pulling energies, okay? Now, it was like she was presenting offerings, allegedly, okay? And she was trying to pull on his energy, okay, for help. And it was like, yeah, his spirit is saying, I do not support or want to be a part of what you do. And he said it very softly. It was kind of a do you type energy, what I got from Michael Jackson. He is saying something about abuse of power, and he was saying, like, I will not allow you to channel my energy. I do not approve of that. I do not respect that. No, I will not let you do that. I'm feeling him right now. I see how you abuse your power. So I respectively decline participation. You will not be able to channel me. He is saying he will not come through. If B is trying to channel him, she won't be able to channel him. I'm sorry, but he said that he will not help. He will not come through. I will not aid you. I will not assist you. That type of energy for performances. I don't know if someone's trying to pull on his energy for performances, but not allowed to pull on his energy. Okay. You're on your own with that. I could literally hear him very softly. I respect you as an artist. However, yeah, you won't be able to pull on his energy. That's just the energy that I'm pulling. It has been declined. It has been returned. The offering has been sent back to the sender. Okay. Okay. I do have respect for you as an artist, is what I feel like his spirit is saying. But I see that she had tried to channel him to come through to help and assist and maybe something with her music or performances. And he respects her as an artist. However, something about because of abuse of power in some regards, he won't participate. I don't engage in those things. He very respectably declined, and I'm wondering if it's because also was channeled something about Chris Brown is able to channel MJ in some way or come through in some way. I feel like MJ comes through, Chris Brown. However, I don't think he's doing it on purpose. But Michael Jackson has been allowed to come through something energetically in Chris Brown's performances. Maybe a portion of his mantle was allowed to channel through Chris. I don't know, but oh my God. I do think that maybe it made Beyonce envious of that, or maybe it's like, I want that for myself. But he, as an MJ, is not coming through no seances or anything like that. He's being called upon or he's been called on before. Even though she's popular as an artist, he's just not. He's just not going to. Is something that I was getting with this read. Okay, now I don't know who's been suffering from thinning hair, or did somebody do a so-called beauty spell against you to siphon your beauty, and it may be reversing against them. So if you see somebody that their hair starts thinning or their looks start failing, it might just be that person that tried to pull against your looks with a beauty ritual. um, yeah, you might be able to tell it because it's going to come back against them as bad luck. And you guys, I am going to be selling Mojo bags for protection. So if you guys are interested, I'll be coming out with an ad on that very soon. Okay? This person could be looking at you like, damn, how did you overcome the dark magic that I did against you and your looks or your beauty? But it was like you were supposed to look like this, but you wound up looking like that. And they're just sitting, just like, well, damn, you were supposed to look bad, but you're not. Like the thing is bouncing, whatever they did against you, I don't know who this word is for, but it's bouncing off you and it's gonna ricochet back to their ass, okay? So you must be very much protected. This person's health could be affected because of this, okay? Yeah, they really need to be careful because even more could happen. And I'm gonna leave it like that. And if it happens, you're gonna know. Okay. Somebody tried to do a destiny swap too, or a beauty swap, but instead they're gonna be left with the bag. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna be left with your own bag. I don't know, but you are also whoever this word is for. Okay. You are going to get double for your trouble. You're gonna be rewarded. You are going to be rewarded. Okay. So whatever they try to do against you, you might look up and just see that you look 10 times more beautiful than whatever they sent out the first time. Okay. So you might supersede whatever they tried to go against. And it's gonna ricochet back on their ass. I do really feel like that. Because you know what? You're gonna get double for your trouble, not only in the area of looks, but I get that maybe you were blocked from some type of success, or some type of successful moments in life because of something that was done. And maybe it was done by multiple people. You were energetically blocked from some type of success. And I think it involved a beauty decline at some point that may have made you miss certain or several opportunities in love, career, or affected your personality, which affected your social skills, something like that. But you were stifled. Somebody was energetically, physically, emotionally stifled because of this. This person is going to get karma for that. But you, on the other hand, yeah, you're going to be blessed. Okay. You're going to get double for your trouble. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it is extremely advised for you not to go through with a threesome. Okay, so that's another message I was getting. All right. Also, I was getting this social media presence increase in exposure or popularity or notoriety for your platform, increased success, and maybe somebody's going to get a cooking show. I don't know who that is for, but I did get that. And then I don't know, did someone find out that their parent or loved one had a tumor? Or is somebody family member having a tumor removed? Also, I was downloading an overactive heart, chest pains, or adverse reactions to meds. You guys, please check your medicines and make sure that there is no adverse effects from one to the other because some things don't mix. So check those things. And sometimes doctors aren't always aware that certain meds are causing other adverse reactions and effects in other conditions. So we have to be mindful of those things. I'm not a doctor, seek pharmaceutical and doctor expertise. Okay, that's my disclaimer. Was also getting something about connective tissue heart valve, something about chest palpitations, something about an overworked heart or overgiving too. So maybe you have overextended yourself and it's taking a physical toll also. And all of that is at risk. I was getting slowed down. Also, sometimes maybe fasting from medications is also good. Okay, unhealthy boundaries, watch your surroundings. You may need to relax, calm down, or do things that you like for a change. You may need to do more things that you enjoy. If it's music, theater, art, planning, gardening, okay? And whoever this is for, you're highly protected, but you still need to slow down. Okay, now every vitamin don't even mix with every person and every other medicine that they may be on. So be careful with that. Be careful even with vitamins and supplements. And that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all know even some herbs don't mix with everything that we be taking. So just keep in mind, yeah, and it's true. And you can Google that. That's really, really true. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's a fat burner or a weight smart type vitamin or a supplement, but monitor your before and after and everything here is alleged. Talk with your doctor or pharmacist and review the risk and reactions some people may have to whatever you are taking. Okay, to whatever they take. Okay, just be careful and review it. All right, review the risk and reactions. Okay, that some people have to some of the things that you could be taking. Okay, now somebody wants to get into a field a certain field that is heavily scrutinized regarding stigma and race, if that is you, let me speak to you for a second. You're going to be very successful if you take this route. It is going to be blessed. So it may not be easy, but it could be a path for you to take. The choice is yours, and this could be avoided. Or you may be thinking of changing your career path because of the fact that you know that it's a particular field of importance and it's a field that, let's say, is something that it might be difficult for Black people, you know? Um, let's say it might be something that, even though you might be smart and you might, get the schooling and pass the bar and all of that good stuff or whatever field that this is, because it's something of a high status. But then it's like you sitting back like, I just don't want to go through all that. I don't want to go through all that schooling and have to deal with, all of the pressure and all of the jealousy and enviousness that comes and all of the fights that comes with people of color, for example, you know. Um, Maybe it's something like that. And then you just sit back like, I just don't really want to have to go through that. And because of that, you might be thinking about changing career paths. But listen, I want to encourage you because it may not be easy, but it could really be a path that you are destined to take. The choice is yours. You could avoid it, you could leave it, you could change career paths. But one thing about it, if you see yourself doing it, you can do it. If you can see yourself doing it, if you can project that image in your mind, you can do it. Okay. All right. So if you can see it, you can manifest it, but you got to see it for yourself. I want to encourage you because I believe that you are being called to do whatever it is that you know you can do. So, um, yeah, I wish you love and success. All right. For whoever that is for. Also was getting somebody escaping a near death experience, escaping death or escaping drowning or avoiding being drowned. I don't know. But yeah, I was getting that too. I also was getting something about a UTI. So I don't know if someone needs to drink more water. I don't know, maybe somebody that this word may go to. You might need a flush, you might need a cleanse. Okay, you may need to check that out or see what is causing it. To prevent a urinary tract infection, UTI, you need to stay well hydrated to flush out bacteria and always urinate immediately before and after sexual activity. Okay, also maintain proper hygiene by wiping from the front to the back, avoid holding urine for long periods of time, and wear breathable cotton underwear. Okay, and all of that is from Google, okay, because I did get that. That is download. All right, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water throughout the day, aim for 2 to 3 liters. That's what they say, so that your urine stays a pale yellow. Um, and you know what, guys? They're finding out that H3O is really better than H2O. Okay, that's not it. I'm gonna just say this is my disclaimer. Everything here is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, now let's keep it going. I don't know why I wrote all this medical stuff right here, but um, yeah, cranberry and vitamin C is also good for that as well. All right, now, what else we got? Huh? Started from the bottom. Now we here. Someone that you did not set out to fall for. Okay. So somebody didn't set out to fall for someone. Matter of fact, you told yourself that you weren't gonna fall for this person, but the opposite happened. You done fell in love. I don't know. Or you fell into everything that you said that you would not fall into, or you're playing out everything that you said that you would not play out. But the boundary that you may have mapped out, okay, like I'm gonna just see where this goes. Just sex or a date night or whatever. Like you went out and whoever this word is for, you thought that it would be a fling, but now you want to be with this person. So, or they might like you more than they initially thought that they would, and they're having a hard time putting you in a certain category or vice versa. And how they were going to deal with you initially isn't what it is now. Okay, because they like you a little too much right now, or vice versa. The roles could be reversed. All right. And I was getting this Janet Jackson song that I channeled when she was saying, "First time I fell in love, I didn't know what hit me." And then you just heard the car crash. So whoever this word is for, yeah, it was like that. Okay. I heard the car that wrecked in that song, literally. So for whoever this word is for, there could be a growing interest. Okay. And another song that I channeled was by the Whispers, and then you change your mind, and then we began to rock steady, steady, rocking all night long. Y'all remember that song? And we begin to rock steady. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah. Rock until the break of dawn. And everybody. Ooh. Let me stop acting like I can sing. Also, the cards that were pulled on this were My Boo, Oracle card was pulled, official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. So this person, I'm sure, wants to come out with your ass. Maybe they were reluctant because of outside interferences and nosy, messy ass people. But honey, you done put that hook in their jaw. But anyway, that's all I have for now. All my little downloads. I love y'all. Be blessed. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And y'all check out the short video, the latest that I put out a couple videos about the prediction about Tasha K. Hunte. It done came to pass. Yeah, we predicted it here on this channel about 4 months ago that she would have an expansion of network. And guess what? She is expanding. Yes, she is. And I put out the video about it. Her brand, her platform is expanding. And it's on my community page as well. And we predicted this about 4 months ago. So this just came out like a day ago, 24 hours ago. If I could find it. But yeah, that's what's going on. If I could get the article, we predicted that here, y'all. Y'all know I gotta give a little testimonial. Um, I want to play it because they're gonna flag this. They're going to flag it if I let's see. Child, if I could find it. Yeah, Tasha K's multi-stack syndication deal with Oceanic Trade Winds will be announced in the coming weeks. Um, okay. And I told y'all that there's going to be a glow up for her, and it is. All right. So that happened. So congratulations to Tasha K. Here it is. She said, thanks you to Gary Bernstein and Rick Party, two legends who have mastered the syndication business for decades. Special shout out to Debmar Mercury as well. While Gary helped bring Wendy Williams to the forefront, Deb Mercury played a major role in her television success and the success of many others. Everyone played their part, and Tasha K said that she's incredibly excited for what's ahead. The future is looking bright for the winos. This is really awesome. And guys, she did like the video, my video on that was TikTok. So y'all check that out. All right. If you haven't already. And we love you all the way down over here, Tasha K. Congratulations to you. All right. I think that's awesome. I like to see people win. We definitely don't hate over here. We love you all the way down. So I love y'all. Be blessed. Um, Also, if you need any advertisement, we will do that here. Go and recognize me. You better recognize. We on IG. All of us Tish Talk TV individuals. Welcome to the family. We are on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as YouTube. We do have a Patreon that is established, but I haven't posted over there. But when I do, you'll be the first to know. I love y'all. Be blessed. If there's anything else, we will be back. Move on.